and good night.
KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. The all-new 2018 Kona by Hyundai, available at Cars Plus. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
Ahead on Primetime, Guam gets word of the first approvals of H-2B workers under the 2018 NDA exemption. Plus, the crowds get an early start to Good Friday during a traditional trek down south. And a hero send-off, the Navy lieutenant whose proposal won the hearts of millions online bids adios to Guam.
Half a day and good evening.
First, we begin with news out of the airport. A United Airlines flight to Honolulu was delayed for more than an hour Friday as 4 foreign nationals were forced to deplane by Customs and Border Protection agents. CBP spokesman Officer Mark Pablo saying the 4 people who did not have proper documentation to travel to Hawaii, they were escorted from the plane and turned over to Homeland Security Investigations and the FBI for further questioning. The CBP did not provide any further information about the passengers, their nationalities, or whether they remain in the territory. They said the plane was able to depart, however, to Hawaii without further incident.
The first H-2B foreign labor visa approvals in more than 2 years have been issued. And the Calvo administration saying it is, quote, cautiously optimistic that this will spark the remaining petitions to bring thousands more workers here for the buildup. Nestor Lecanto reports.
These mark the first approvals by USCIS since November of 2016, the start of an apparent reversal in policy that saw the number of H-2B workers dwindle to a mere handful in the next 2 years. This raising alarm bells for local leaders concerned about the impact to the long-awaited marine relocation. These new approvals were authorized through a provision by Congress in the latest defense bill that specifically allows up to 4,000 foreign workers for military projects. Labor Department Alien Processing and Certification Division Administrator Greg Massey says this was the first test case under the NDAA law, and he expects the floodgates will soon open.
Once some approvals start coming in, I expect that we're quickly going to come back up to our regular status quo of about 1,500 workers. And then looking at the work output that the military has put out during the industry forum, we are kind of projecting that we should be up to that 4,500 range. Again, this is all crystal balling, but at this point it looks like a conservative estimate.
5 occupations for a total of 162 positions were approved, and another 171 positions for 3 other occupations are pending. Meanwhile, there are petitions for another 550 workers for non-military projects, which are allowed under a district court ruling that ordered USCIS to revert back to its policy before November 2016 when the denial started. The administration calls this the second big test that would signal that the federal government is acting in good faith and that the military buildup will benefit the people on both sides of the fence. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
The effective date of the business privilege tax increase from 4 to 5% is Sunday, April 1st, which we might mention commonly known as April Fool's Day. Revenue Tax Director John Camacho saying this, while that is the date the hike kicks in, the taxes on goods and services sold in April aren't due until May 20th. He says businesses should follow the usual procedure when filing, except they'll have to pay 1% more. Camacho saying there are exemptions to the increase. These include SNAP or food stamp purchases, liquid petroleum gas sales, and contracts that existed before the April 1st tax increase implementation date. The director saying companies will have to show proof of the contract date. Right now, the law requires copies of the contract, but DRT hopes they can amend that section to allow other forms of proof. The temporary increase will remain in effect until October 1st, when a new general sales tax is set to begin. The Calvo administration hopes to raise $30 million in the next 6 months to help offset that $67 million drop in tax revenue caused by that Trump tax reform.
Legislative Secretary Senator Regine Bisco-Lee is subject of a Freedom of Information request from Governors Chief of Staff Mark Calvo. The administration wants details about furnishings for the Guam Congress building and other legislative spending this term. Lee says she was glad to comply with the FOIA request, for example, the furniture budget for the newly reopened Congress building.
When you look at the broader total of $430,000 to furnish the entire building, and you break that out between the different offices, the estimate was between $10,000 and $15,000 to furnish each office. Our office ended up spending about $4,000, so that's quite a huge discount or a break that we were able to make, and just really procuring the essentials that we need.
The Rules Committee co-chair has been at odds with the administration, especially over her refusal to transmit a measure to finance tax refunds known as the Tran Bill. But the freshman senator declined to speculate about the possible reasons for the Sunshine Act request.
I'm the administration's favorite and they want to know more about what I'm doing. I invite them to continue to work with me. There are a lot of other things that I think that the public is really looking forward to us doing.
The administration sent similar FOIA requests for legislative expenditure information to Senator Michael Nicholas, who was the previous Rules chairman before stepping down last year.
We are now awaiting the results of an autopsy scheduled today for an airman found dead on Anderson Air Force Base earlier this week. It was set to be performed on Naval Hospital today. Airman First Class Bradley Hale was found dead inside the base's temporary lodging on Tuesday. And one suspect is in custody, but charges are pending those autopsy results. We reached out to the 36th Wing Public Affairs Office for new details, but they have yet to get back to us.
A 20-year-old man is under arrest accused of having sex with an 11-year-old boy multiple times. James Daniel Cruz is charged with 4 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct and 2 counts of second-degree criminal sexual conduct. Court documents state the alleged incidents happened at least 18 times between February 3rd and March 27th of this year. The suspect is accused of holding down the victim while a 13-year-old penetrated the child from behind. They would allegedly take turns doing this. The suspect denied any penetration but admitted to touching the child's genitals and performing oral sex.
It was day 11 of the Raymond Martinez and Juanita Moser trial. Defense attorney Peter Perez finishing up his cross-examination of witness Henry Alvendia. Perez questioning Alvendia about his career as a customs officer and other criminal acts he was involved in. He also brought up the relationship Alvendia has with the federal agents who guided him under their operation. Martinez and Moser are accused of trying to smuggle 8 pounds of meth from California to Guam. Attorney David Lujan will continue with his line of questioning as trial resumes on Monday.
Multiple clergy sexual abuse cases filed against the Archdiocese of Agana have been stayed, as per an order handed down today by District Court of Guam Chief Judge Francis Tedinko Gatewood. The basis for the order is a result of ongoing settlement negotiations. During a recent status hearing, parties indicated they would withdraw all pending motions in the interest of facilitating settlement and streamlining the court's docket. However, should settlement talks go sour, the motions can be refiled. For now, all pending motions are terminated.
An investigative reported to John Fernandez that led into a wrongful termination lawsuit has been stricken from the court record. That order came down today from District Court Chief Judge Francis Tedinko Gatewood. In May 2016, the Guam Education Board terminated Fernandez's contract following an investigation into allegations of sexual harassment by a student. He then filed a lawsuit against the board in their professional and personal capacities. In 2017, his termination was rescinded. Additionally, a $60,000 settlement was approved. Now, according to today's order, the court justified striking the report because of a defense counsel's failure to comply with various local procedural and federal evidentiary rules in submitting it, and the court's power to strike for the purpose of streamlining resolution of the case. Both had agreed to the permanent sale of the report.
The Guam Federation of Teachers is taking the GovGuam Retirement Fund to court. At issue, a Guam law mandating all public safety and law enforcement officers receive an additional 40% pay increase over a 4-year period. This was supposed to be felt as a 10% increase each year. GFT alleges the retirement fund instead paid the amount in a lump sum, causing employees to lose a big chunk of their earnings towards investment. A meeting will be held on Thursday, April 12th for all those affected who would like to meet with GFT representatives and its attorney. That meeting is set for 6 to 8 p.m. in the UOG School of Business and Public Admin Building, room 131.
Some sad news passed along now as former GVB General Manager Joey Cepeda has passed away. in San Diego. GVB releasing a statement saying it was saddened by the news and that Cepeda was well respected, having served a dozen years contributing to the growth and modernization of tourism here. Cepeda was also a Vietnam vet, Army vet who was exposed to Agent Orange while serving in the Korean demilitarized zone during the war. He finally won a claim for AO exposure after many years and was awarded full benefits and back pay by the Veterans Administration. Cepeda was forced to move to California in 2009 for a heart transplant. He came home for a brief visit last year and spoke to KUAM.
My island, and I want to go back home now, but unfortunately I can't because of the medications. And there's no doctor that can help me. And still, they were refusing me, saying no. Agent Orange didn't cause my heart problems.
There are 2 bills still awaiting action by Congress to help veterans exposed by Agent Orange. One measure is named after veteran Leroy Foster, who suffers from exposure, and also confirmed he sprayed AO on Guam while stationed on Andersen Air Force Base during the Vietnam era.
Stick around for more news here on Primetime.
You're watching KUAM.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
Half the day, I'm in the club.
Half a day, welcome to Two Lovers Point.
Half a day, I'm in the club.
To me, Blue Moon pairs really well with Guam because Blue Moon is a beer that's exotically spiced. It's very unique and different than anything else out there in the marketplace. We always want to make sure that they're food friendly. You can pair them up with dishes, practically anything. Ingredients are the malts, the hops, the spices, and we put them together on that canvas, and the finished work of art is our bottle of Blue Moon beer.
Whole deep fried parrotfish or salmon fried rice. King's Lent menu, big value, great price. Tasty orange shrimp or salmon coconut curry. Lots of choices to eat in or grab to go in a hurry. When looking for specials for each of your meals, look no further than King's for delicious Lenten deals.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
Well, thinking of cooking those eggs for your Easter hunt, health officials say handling them properly is no joke. That's why public health encourages the community to use plastic eggs instead of real eggs during hunting to prevent foodborne illnesses. But if you decide to use real eggs, officials say take caution. Store the eggs in a refrigerator or make sure they don't crack. Boil eggs at exactly the right temperature until they are fully cooked, adding that if eggs are out of the fridge for more than 2 hours, throw them away. Health tips, of course, that make sure you have a safe and blessed Easter. Well, it was an early day for many this Good Friday, including for you, Chris.
Yes, it's one of the many holy days leading up to Easter Sunday, and for thousands of the island's Catholics, today is marked by a solemn hike and stops for prayer up Mount Lam Lam. For my family, it's more than just a hike, but taking on a heavy burden of carrying a 500-pound cross to the top.
Tradition. That's what brings Jay Cruz and his family to the top of Mount Lam Lam every Good Friday.
This family tradition has been going on already for 3 generations. We got our grandfather, we got my father, then we got us, the younger generation. We're already going on our 4th generation, and we're still going strong.
For the Cruz family, it's more than just a hike. It's about bearing the burden of the cross, quite literally. Today's cross weighing about 500 pounds.
What made this trek different? First of all, the rain and the mud, but again, it's nothing compared to what our Lord has gone through and what He has done for us. And with all the mud and the help we had, we managed to get through it and make it happen.
Cruz leading his siblings and family and inviting passerbys, both men and women, to join in carrying the load. They only stop for prayer at each station of the cross.
Can you imagine what a crucifixion is? My executioners stretch out my arms, they hold my hand and wrist against the wood, and press the nail until it stabs my flesh.
We go back to our days of remembering what He has done for us, suffered and died, and enabled us to live the lives we have today.
Once you get to the top, you can see the Cruz family tradition is alive and well. Other crosses from past Good Friday hikes still standing.
The cross is actually made out of agar wood. As you can see, all our other crosses, the reason why we make it out of that wood is because it lasts pretty long, as you can see. There is numerous crosses that are here. Some are deteriorating, but how many decades have gone by and the crosses are still here? It goes to show we're continuing the tradition, and again, we're sacrificing our day to day for our Lord and Savior.
Among the faithful at the top, Jaleesa Toves, who was inspired by her grandmother to make today's trek.
The last time I was up here was over 10 years ago. So it was really just to follow my grandma, but you know, on the hike up, you kind of see everyone struggling to carry their own cross, and you're physically in it with everyone else. So I think I'll be back next year. I heard last year was the weather was more forgiving, but I think the weather suits me today and my personal struggle to make it back.
As for the view,
I know it's beautiful. It's a shame there's no view, but I think the mist is kind of helps keep you in the moment. Like, don't come up here just to look down. Come up here and appreciate that you're up here, and appreciate all of the other journeys that were up here.
Members of the Catholic Social Services clean up on Good Friday, making arrangements for the opening of adult daycare services at the Machechi Community Center in Dededo. Mayor Melissa Savares says the center will open on Monday after Catholic Social Services GovGuam contract ended this month. Savares says community activities will be moved to fit the new responsibility.
A heartwarming welcome home. Sailors of the Los Angeles-class attack submarine USS Topeka have been at sea for 3 months. Friday morning, making their way home, families ready to welcome them with open arms. Sonia Carver has traveled the distance to hug her son she hasn't seen in a year.
Almost 8,000 miles. I come from Timberlake, North Carolina. So yes, it was a surprise. It was a lot of red tape and a lot of communication, and it was worth it. It was worth it.
How do you feel?
Surprised. I wish I had my whites on. I didn't plan on coming up until we got done with the day, so it's an amazing surprise to see my mom. I love her. She never seems to amaze me.
The mother-son duo look forward to spending time cooking their favorite foods in the week to come. USS Topeka will be stationed at the naval base until their next operation.
Well, from making it to national headlines to local news, you might remember Navy Lieutenant Kyle Banderman and his husband Lance. A photo of the couple's proposal went viral in 2014, and right after, they moved to our island.
They were also featured by right here on KUAM after their arrival, but now we bid adios to the couple who will be relocating to California. Keani Mandiola has the story.
It was this image that started it all.
Navy Lieutenant Kyle Banderman had planned a surprise marriage proposal to his then-boyfriend, Lance Buchanan, in one of the first places they visited in Washington, D.C., surrounded by friends and family. The captured moment would gain them massive media attention from around the globe. It was also in that same year Lieutenant Banderman would be stationed in Guam to work as a staff psychologist at the Naval Hospital.
Before coming here, I did not honestly know where Guam was. I was one of those bad Americans who didn't know the status of the territory.
And they were also nervous about how they would be perceived on the island, as the couple were wed in D.C. prior to their move.
We were super nervous about coming here. We knew the welcomeness of the island, that we would be welcomed, but we also knew that there was a lot of tradition with the island, and so we did not know what to expect. Obviously, we did not have the ability to hide ourselves away. We had to be who we were. It was kind of made the airways as it did on the internet, and so we didn't have the opportunity to hide who we were, and I'm grateful for that.
It was in 2015 that the ban on same-sex marriages was lifted, and the island welcomed them with open arms.
To be welcomed here overwhelmingly by the island, and to be celebrated, and to feel like we can live prideful, but also just be ourselves and have our own family. It's been an awesome opportunity.
And while here, Lieutenant Banderman has done amazing work as a staff psychologist, which is why he was presented on Friday with a resolution by Senator Regine Biscoe-Lee.
It's a unique military mission here that we have the unique opportunity to see not only our active duty service members, but also their dependents, and also retired service members and their dependents to continue to give back to Guam what they continue to sacrifice for our country.
But after almost 4 years, he and his husband will be moving on to the next chapter of their life, as Lieutenant Banderman is being stationed in San Diego next. But they won't forget Guam and all the memories they've made here.
It has been my familia. It has really made everything. Our time here has been amazing. We made connections. My department has been amazing. U.S. Naval Hospital Guam has been awesome. It's been quite the journey.
Surrounded by friends and his newfound family, Banderman was thanked for his service in promoting mental health services for the island. He has wished success in his next relocation.
Thank you, Guam, for everything you've done. You've been our family, and we really, really appreciate it.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Kiani Mendiola.
Well, just in time to wrap up Women's History Month and Message Memorial, the Guam Women's Club took the Hafa-Day Pledge during a ceremony at Sheraton today. They are Guam's first women's organization, first established in 1952. And GWC's Board of Directors and members attended the signing. More than 700 businesses and organizations have since taken GVB's Hafa-Day Pledge. Well, sports is next, but first, your island weather.
Binging movies in bed shouldn't make you want to hide under the covers when the bill arrives. That's why all of GTA's home internet plans are unlimited. We believe that you deserve better than home internet with hidden data fees, because you should be able to cuddle without worrying about bill trouble. So the choice is yours. Bill shock with the other guys, or a life unlimited with GTA. Say goodbye to hidden data fees and make the switch today to GTA. Your island, your network.
Ooh, what do we have here? Tender morsels of deliciousness. Wait, back that up. I see you, your little golden brown temptresses. And oh, all that juicy goodness. Wait, is that a new sauce? Where are my car keys? I'm on my way, Mickey D's.
Introducing McDonald's new Buttermilk Crispy Tenders. Juicy and breaded to perfection. Hurry in and get 4 for you or 10 to share.
That's right, my tender game just got an upgrade. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We're celebrating our 135th anniversary today, both in the outlying regions on which we hub and also here in Guam itself. It means so much to our team here in Guam. It means a lot to us in the Matson management team, because what it says is we're here to stay. It's a real physical manifestation of our commitment to this region. It's so important that we hire locally, we develop talent locally, we train locally. What's been a wonderful addition to our approach there is that many of the people who started off in Guam have gone off into significant leadership roles elsewhere in the company.
This is our headquarters here in Guam in Micronesia. And when we talk about putting down our roots, it's not just doing business, it's about everything we do with our friends, our customers, and our employees. I believe that nobody can replicate what we do, and that's why we have such a great team and such a great service and why we're successful. This is our home, this is our life, and we're happy to make a difference in everyone else's life.
2017 Nissan Altima and Sentra. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring automatic emergency braking that can help stop for you. Take on today. Get to your local Nissan dealer for great offers like this.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. You know how we do it every Friday. We head on down to Dedido for our Da Rentone Athlete of the Week. Check it out. We are Da Rentone Dedido for our Athlete of the Week. Today we have local runner Ryan Matienzo. Matt?
Congratulations on being Da Rentone's Athlete of the Week. Who would you like to present the check to?
Yes, I would present this to Gain.
All right, Ryan, recently winning the Payless Kick the Fat 5K, your second consecutive first overall finish. What is it about the Payless Kick the Fat 5K that you enjoy so much?
The crowd, especially, and the sponsors, the community, brings a lot of people in. All your friends, you meet your friends again, back to back.
Talk about your training regimen. How often do you run, and roughly how many miles a week do you think you run?
Training plan is Monday to Thursday, rest on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, run again. 50 to 60 miles a week total.
Getting ready for the United Airlines Guam Marathon. Let's talk about what race you're going to do and the sponsors that have helped you along the way.
I'll be doing the half marathon, aiming for the fast time. Actually want to thank all my sponsors. It's going to be on this singlet right here.
You know, for all those beginning runners out there, what are probably some of the beginner tips that you can probably offer to some of these runners out here on island?
Oh, okay. For the beginners, I suggest not to go too fast. I suggest to start slow and enjoy the race. It's your first race, so the next race you'll come will be your PR.
All right, congratulations. Stay tuned to our next Da Rentone Athlete of the Week.
KUAM Sports Athlete of the Week is brought to you by
Strider Balance Bikes presents the second annual Trench Kids, Guam's only mini obstacle course race just for children ages 4 to 11. Tomorrow at the Guam International Raceway from 6:30 in the morning to 10:30 a.m. With close to 500 children already registered, it's sure to be an awesome turnout. Make sure to bring photo ID or birth certificate to verify age of child for age division entered. For race details, go to trenchevents.com. After the race at 11 in the morning, the activities shift into a free, open to the public KUAM Egg Stream Easter egg hunt. Prizes will be given out to the kids that find the marked eggs. The 2018 Golf for Our Heroes tournament takes place April 5th at the Onward Talafofo Golf Course. Registration is still open, so head on down to either USO locations in Tumon Bay or Anderson Air Force Base.
Well, our USO's mission is to connect service members and their families to family, home, and country throughout their service to the nation. We do a lot of things here at USO Guam, mainly at our two centers. We have one at Tumon Bay and a new center that just opened up this past October on Anderson Air Force Base. And at Tumon Bay, we served over 55,000 visits last year alone in 2017, and to date at Anderson Air Force Base, only in 2018, we've served over 20,000 as well.
The cost is $125 per player, includes green fees, refreshments, cart, awards banquet, ditty bag, and 2 prize drawing tickets. Prizes include 2 tickets from United Airlines to Asia and Micronesia, electronics, golf clubs, and more.
We have a new social responsibility platform called Team Up for Good, where our mission and our vision is to inspire the island community in everything that we do. And so helping with the USO and everything else as far as the community outreach events is just part of our way of giving back to the community.
Guam will be represented in Hong Kong at the largest all-girls rugby sevens tournament in the world this weekend. Guam has two U19 teams, Hagen Guahan White and Hagen Guahan Blue. The competition will feature teams from U6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and U19 divisions. An estimated 800-plus female competitors will be hitting the pitch. The tournament also features the Singapore national U19 team, as well as club sides from Australia.
Well, that's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.
The brand new Nissan Rogue Sport, now with available Nissan intelligent mobility technologies, like automatic emergency braking, now on the Nissan Rogue family. Take on today. Get to your local Nissan dealer for great offers like this.
Guam is more than a tiny island in the Pacific. This magical place is where I call home. This island inspires me to learn and explore what's around me. It teaches me that there are no shortcuts in life and that the long way home may just be the scenic route. And that even the dirt roads can lead you to beautiful destinations.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shoutouts from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Happy birthday, Leona Blas. Love the family. And to our very own Whisper Dela Cruz, KUAM News videographer. Coming from the family, hope you have an amazing day. And happy belated birthday to Charles Soriano, turning 70, to the most wonderful dad. Wishing you a blessed birthday and many more to come. We love you from the Soriano kids.
Remember, you can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your photo your name and birth date. And my favorite time of the week!
Yeah, time to announce the winner of a yummy Cold Stone Creamery cake, and this week's winner is
Maddox Oxen. Happy belated birthday! A rep will contact you on how you can redeem your yummy Cold Stone Creamery ice cream cake.
Yeah, happy birthday, everyone. And that's going to do it for us here in the desk. Stay tuned. Extras next.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E.